You know, I really do appreciate you tuning in to watch me again today. It means so much to me and I certainly don't take it for granted. Since my recent road trip to the Grampians, I've been pondering what it is that keeps me motivated and inspired to take Nightscape images. I guess I had a lot of time by myself up there on the mountain to think about it. So today I want to chat with you guys about how I stay motivated and the things that inspire me to continue on this Nightscape journey. As photographers and creatives in general, we can easily get to a place in our journey that feels a bit like we've reached the bottom of the well. We keep pumping, but not much is coming out. Of course, there are always many factors that contribute to that scenario, but there's no doubt it can put a serious dent in our confidence levels and even our general feeling of well-being. So what I'd like to do is give you some insight into how I deal with these feelings and lack of motivation. Hopefully it resonates with you and gives you some tools to get through that plateau and reach the next level in your photography journey. I think it's really important to be genuinely passionate about what we do in life. Life's way too short to waste it doing things because that's what others think we should be doing. This can really easily apply to photography and especially Nightscape photography. And I see it all the time. Lately I've been hearing lots of people referring to Nightscape photography as boring or a fad that's losing its attraction. Everybody's doing it now. It's nothing special. Been there, done that, etc. Well, I guess for some people that's all they see it as. Just another shot for the Instagram portfolio. And there it is. They don't actually have a passion for Nightscape photography at all. It's come down to ticking off another thing on the bucket list. I struggle so much with that. So if you guys have been following my work for some time, you'd know that I have a genuine love and passion for the night sky and Nightscape photography in general. It started when I was a young boy, and I guess it's just something that's a part of the person that I am. I love being out at night by myself. Now, a lot of people are scared of the dark, and I totally appreciate that. But for me, it's far greater than trying to get a decent Instagram picture or something to put on Facebook. It's become my lifestyle. I love getting out under the stars. It makes me calm. It gives me feelings of contentment. It takes me back to my childhood. It makes me feel like a little boy again. And I know that's hard for everyone to understand, but that's just how it is for me. And I love it so much. It's not just about getting the shot. In fact, it's not even really about photography at all. For me, it's a heartfelt passion, and that is what drives me. Another key to remaining motivated is to work really hard at the methods and techniques required to get the shots. There's been many times during the past few years when I can remember thinking to myself before leaving home for a shoot that I don't really need to be going out tonight, or I already have a shot like this one. And believe me, it's always easier to stay home in a warm house rather than brave the chilly winter air. This relates to being passionate about what we do. It's always easier to put the effort into something we love doing though, isn't it? But how does working harder help inspire us in our photography? I reckon it has a lot to do with our attitude and ability to push through the pain barrier, so to speak. The more we learn about our cameras and equipment, it stands to reason we'll push the boundaries of what we can achieve. Actually getting out and shooting will give us a far greater insight into what works and what doesn't than all the discussion and talk about the subject. As we make the effort to travel to difficult places to shoot, we'll always feel more determined to push through and keep going even further. It stands to reason because we don't want all that effort to go to waste. This leads me to the next point. Don't give up. Keep trying to get that shot until you succeed. You will eventually get there, believe me. There are plenty of times when I spent hours out at night shooting, only to get home and realise I don't have anything I'd consider sharing at all. Yeah, it's frustrating, but it should never end there. Give it another try, and maybe more than once. It's happened to me countless times, and that is when the determination to succeed comes into play. Really appreciate that. Oh, I will, you too. It's really easy to give up at this point, but don't. You might just need a rest. So give it another go and you'll be really pleased that you did. Maybe take a break, smell the roses, go out for coffee, catch up with people who make you feel good about yourself. All of those things are good for your soul. I spend a lot of time with other photographers, and much of that is encouraging and supporting them in their desire to achieve great things with their photography. I'd encourage anyone who wants to feel more motivated to actually engage in a positive way with other photographers. Give something back to others who may be struggling. Join a good positive Facebook photography community where you'll be encouraged to show your work, ask questions, and give ideas and suggestions to other like-minded individuals. We all have something worthwhile to share with others, and it costs us nothing to give a little encouragement to those who may need it. Being in a place that brings back great memories is a wonderful way to re-inspire. And who wouldn't feel great at an awesome location such as this? I've shot at this spot many times, but I always love coming back here. It's got a somewhat calming atmosphere. Maybe it's the running water. There's nothing wrong with shooting at a favourite spot. It brings a sense of confidence if we've had a successful shoot there in the past. As well as that, we can work on improving on our past images by changing how we do a few things. Nightscape photography is challenging enough without adding extra hurdles along the way. The methods employed to master our equipment and technique are magnified many times over, given the added complexity of working in the dark, in cold temperatures and in precarious locations. This is why our passion and determination for this genre of photography is so important and such a vital step in our inspiration moving forward. Now, in my travels around the countryside, I've often driven past this little old bluestone railway bridge, and because it's nestled between the bigger, more impressive railway bridges at Taradale and Malmesbury, I've never shot here before. And yet I came here one night and I thought, well, this looks like it's in a perfect direction to get the Milky Way core. So the Milky Way core rises directly over the top of this bridge in the early part of the season, and later on it sets over in this side. So I've got two perfect views of this place. Now, it's so easy to walk past and drive past these awesome locations and not even give it a second thought. So my suggestion is to give it that second thought. Try something new. Jump out of your comfort zone. Don't just go to the iconic locations that look fantastic but everybody else has done. Try something small like this and just see how you go. Other suggestions for practical ways to try something new will be doing things like panoramas, blending more than one image together, perhaps processing your images differently to what you normally do. When visiting locations, try shooting the same subject from a different perspective. Lower your tripod right down to the ground. Try light painting your foregrounds. Put yourself and your friends into the shot. The list is endless. So, there we have a number of suggested ways to stimulate our motivation and hopefully inspire us to achieve awesome nightscape images. Some of these will be easier than others, but I strongly encourage you to try all of these methods. Let's face it, you've got nothing to lose but a whole lot to gain. Okay, till next time, I hope to see you guys out under the stars soon. Bye for now.